Tonight on North American Daily, we have Flight 370, Big Buck, Big Pharma. Are you getting what you pay for? In the psyche of men and women. What is the media doing to you as a person? Starting with Leah Kennedy, here's your weather update.
Try again. 1, 2. It's a beautiful day in Caledon. The sun is shining, the snow is melting, and we're so excited that the winter's finally going away. After a long, hard winter, we're excited to see the green grass. Tomorrow Never Dies, starring Pierce Brosnan in his second outing following GoldenEye as British Agent 007, nearly outdoes every James Bond movie in production. Bond declaims Bronson at the start of the teaser trailer, "You know the rest." Yes, James, we do. We know that the formula for Bond films has atrophied since Sean Connery first gave it life. If Connery was sexy Bond, and George Lansby was one-shot Bond, and Roger Moore was geezer Bond, and Timothy Dalton was loved Bond, then Bronson should be posh Bond, less than an actor and a bit more a model.
And now for Susanna Wandis with your fashion update.
Ever since Kanye and Kim started dating, it has been very evident to myself and many other people as well that Kim's taste in fashion has changed drastically. The reason for all this is because of Kanye West himself and his respect for fashion. Ever since the two have been dating and now recently married, Kim's taste in fashion is respected and looked as an inspiration for many women and men alike. Before Kanye and Kim dated, Kim was not really looked at as fashionable or really paid attention to as much as she is right now. Since the two have been dating, they have become a very powerful couple, with most, if not all, tabloids revolving around them and their irrelevant lives. Welcome back, and here are just a few updates in the sports world. In NHL, Columbus and Philadelphia played, and Columbus won 2-0. Boston and Toronto also played with a really intense game with a score of 4-3 for Toronto. Pittsburgh and Winnipeg played with Pittsburgh winning 4-2. NBA, San Antonio and Oklahoma City played an amazing game with Oklahoma City taking the win 106-94.
Hello and welcome to Nature's Corner with me, Mary J. Today I've come to tell you of a perfume that helps me to bring in the good vibes and exhale the bad ones. Nature. I mean, Mary Jane. This entire bottle is environmentally friendly, using only ingredients of hemp and water. The bottle made of recycled material and remelted glass. Shoppers Drug Mart, Walmart, and Target are all holding these in North America. Get to yours as soon as you can. If your chakras would like to stay positive and happy, like mine. Thank you.
A huge focus of the media in the past decade has aimed to make men and women feel less than what they are. 3 days ago, a man who wishes to remain anonymous had sent in an essay on the effects the media, including the news, has affected the psyche of men and women. The key points brought up in this man's work were the fact that countless eating disorders have caused in ladies and men alike, thinking they need to fit a certain pant size, oftentimes one that is both unhealthy and unachievable. The idea that men have to be strong and tough, insensitive and overly muscular, the tough guys, a disguise hiding how they feel and who they really are, and finally the push for perfection, the drive to be accepted by fitting the ideal human being. For ladies, tall, thin, and tan. For men, tall, muscular, and good-looking, ideals that can only be achieved through Photoshop and immense editing. Thank you. Here's Leah Kennedy with a huge medical world scandal.
Thank you, Riley. In this past decade, the use of prescription drugs has become a part of everyday life for millions of North Americans, with commercials advertising a perfect life, while giving you all the possible side effects, most ending in fatality, encouraging you to ask your doctor. The corporations, the biggest corporations that are culprits in selling unnecessary, overpriced drugs are Pfizer, Merck, GlaxoSmithKline, Johnson & Johnson, and many more. Combined, these companies have accumulated $550 million in global sales. This incredible amount of money has been generated because of the lifestyle sold through advertising, a life free of any medical problems, a perfect life. Pharmaceutical companies are trying to pull the veil over our eyes, assuming that we will never find out the dirty deeds that they've been doing with our medicine. Oftentimes, drug companies come out with a new drug that is neither better nor worse than the drug you used prior to this. or to being recommended to a new prescription. In fact, more times than not, it is the exact same drug you were using before, rebranded and sold as a new drug, costing you more money. Nexium, to us a new drug, AstraZeneca was due for a new patent worth $6 billion annually. Instead of renewing their patent for the old drug, Prilosec, they came out with the new purple pill that treats heartburn and reflux. As far as the general public is concerned, these are two completely different pills, when in fact they are the exact same pill. And back to you, Riley.
26 days after Malaysian Flight 370 went way off course and crashed into the Indian Ocean, people are starting to ask, how long will the search go on for? The black boxes on the aircraft only have a few days left of battery life left, and power is assumed to only last around 30 days. People are starting to lose hope. There is a locator that is emitting a ping, letting high-level sonar devices track where the black box is.
Our heroes, our role models, everything we aspire to be and everything we never want to be. These are the game changers of our industry, the people who shook things up and made people realize.
Ann Coulter, Bill Maher, Bill O'Reilly, Chameleonaire, David Letterman, Edward Murrow, Glenn Beck, Immortal Technique, Jon Stewart, Keith Olbermann, Nas, Rachel Maddow.
From talk shows to music to reports and more, these people have shaped how we view the news and the public problems today.
Through their controversial thoughts and minimal filter, they say/said what they felt about a given situation and understood what it meant to give their viewers what they need and not what they want.
Howard Bailey killed for having poor ratings and telling his audience the truth, few changing facts what they needed to hear.
Just one example of the many reporters who did everything for their job, who sacrificed their lives for their careers.
Their attitude towards society and how they thought things should be changed shaped how we act and look, and other professionals in our field to go about our jobs, and also how their viewers looked at life as a whole.
Everyone, here we have two characters from the movie The Network that will be talking to us today. Here's Howard Bailey, and Diana Christensen is also here, and she'll be talking to us later. In your life, did you realize that you wanted to be a news broadcaster?
I liked telling people my point of view on things, and I felt that
Always cared more about your job rather than your personal relationships.
Well, you see, with my job, I felt always more...
For the full interview on the network characters, go visit NADnews.org.
Thank you so much for watching. That's NAD News, 6 o'clock Eastern.